Good morning. It's your host, Queen Gune. Today I'm going to talk about the alarm raises by General Johnson Olong. Is general of or commander of Agolek Group, which is one of the militias that we have in South Sudan. Later on, I will bring his video. We can listen to that video. Then I will bring another video that I have done a couple of days back since this audio came up. And I'm glad to see also many of the platforms, including the UN and also the Commission of UN in South Sudan, have condemned that act. And because the statement itself have been made in crucial way in manner of somebody is planning to commit genocide against communities, certain community. So this is not acceptable, and as for us as South Sudanese or group of opposition, we condemn this such statement. We don't want to see ourselves dying left and right after we had independence of South Sudan. But the government of Salva Kiir Mayardit and his likes is been targeting people all throughout since our independence until today's date. People are gone missing. People have been targeted in a manner that been killed by unknown gunmen. Some people have been just crushed by a car. Some people have been uh, uh, targeted in their while driving, but been shot by national security. Some people have been dragged out of the bus in Numile Highway, Ye Juba Road, Terkeka Numile to Terkeka Juba Road or Bor Road. People have been killed everywhere. Some of the people have been arrested for unknown reason and been labeled just as a rebel because of the tribe that they're coming from. Salva Kiir have done a lot. So it's time for international community to intervene and pull this evil regime leader out of the system. It's a time also for the international community to take serious action against Salva Kiir by bringing the militias or missionaries from Uganda to come and kill our people using the gunship, although South Sudan is in sanction of and the arm embargo. We're supposed to not bring guns or buy weapons, heavy machineries weapon to South Sudan. But yet, Salva Kiir have a secret deal with Museveni and Mahuzi, buying guns on his behalf and deploying all these weapons to South Sudan. And the weapon has been used against the civilians. Mahuzi's and his father, Museveni, gunship have been seen on our skies of South Sudan coming after midnight while people are sleeping, throwing bombs on civilians on the top of the houses, burning children alive while people are sleeping in the middle of the night. Like there is no rest. It's time for Salva Kiir to go, and we call international and troika countries, including the IGAD and African Union. Although I know that African Union and IGAD will never do something tangible, but I'm just making this as a remark and to record it as a history. Through international community and troika, I believe one thing one day will happen. We wanted you guys to pull this president out of our way. We want our power back as a citizen. We want this power to come back to citizens, and citizens have to vote for their own leaders. We don't want to die every year. We had enough and we have suffered enough, especially women. We as a women and children, we have been mistreated beyond our ability. They've been sexually harassing us. There is sexual violence against women and children, elderly women, even against men. and we've been killed with our children displaced, and there is no rest for us. It's time for Kir to go. I will bring the video up for Johnson Oling, then I will go from there. Thank you.
lakini sasa talamana nokura bitashi bitana nofurekum ma kwankum lakini inshallah atalimu tani nana shikani bas ajila watan ma shikani ajila meye uda wakit bitana unana kuduru يوم داغ بكون بتشوفني في المشية تويليش في أربعة كمية من أربعة وكمية من في كمال وأصلا ثقيلة إنسان علينا بوصل عشان الولاد كلهم اللي جاء قدامكم ماشيين بأربعتهم ولازم كمان تكون لكم أربعتكم بمدافعتكم أنا كوما ما جابوا أنا بنقول الناس إنه أربعة يمشوا قدامنا نفضل أدوني أنا تيالو الفهم ده كله إن أدلكم بسيط ده نال وانا انا جبت ده بسيط شريك ما بخفي لكن في بغناز انه نال كويس وفي بغناز ما انه نال كويس لازم يبروا يشوفوا اللي الناس ما انه نال كويس وانه بور يصبر انا بقينا تعبان في مشاكل بتاع الليله كبرى قبل تاعنا بيقولوا قبيله شلو قبيله ديكا قبيله نوير كل ما سنه انقلاب كل ما سنه مجله ماشي لكل بجي من العلنين لكن دور ده انا بقول لك مبارك ده بكون يا العلنين قال ماشينا انا ما في اي اسم مجوس ما في اي اسم جداد ما في اي اسم بيت ما يتعبون كل ما سنة لما أنا جسنا في أرقى الشعبية أنا مشيت أرقى الشعبية من 13 سنة أصلا بقيني 52 سنة تلقى بتلقى سبب شنو ما معروف لكن سبب ده أنا بنتهي منه وتبادل باجي أخوكم لواء أبور أينو ما أفضل مباري ما أفضل دافعني كان ما بقوم إلا بعد ما تسلموا السلاح بتاعكم وأربعتكم يا بقوم أكان شو كنا كلنا ناس عدنا نزول تاني وما أبور دون ما بقدر أبور جينا يبدأ من تنجا.
Okay, this is the last thing that I wanted you to hear from this video. This is the important part that I got. First of all, the militia of Agolek is fighting on the side of the government. They are militias, okay? They're not integrated, first of all. They're not integrated to the national army. They don't have payroll. They don't have weapons. And you can just name it. Like, I don't know, according to Johnson Oling, they are there waiting for the weapons to be brought in, to be given or given to the forces, then they can go to the operation or to the confrontation zone. Plus, the forces, they don't have proper shoes. He bought some shoes, but it's not enough. And then lastly, he said also, you guys have not been recognized or integrated to the national army. When you come back, we will do our own. He said we will do our own. Like militia, they they giving rank to themselves alone, and with that rank also they go back to the government, and they go back to the government, but the system doesn't give them like side, like to see them as some important people in the country, like people that can fight for the nation and protect the nation. But it's good for the government to use them only to trash the opposition, to kill the opposition. This is how government of Salva Kiir works. He uses only the opposition, the rebel, the militias. He using the militias to go and fight the rebel on his behalf. But his own forces, Salva Kiir doesn't have forces. Imagine Salva Kiir is using now his Tiger Division. The Tiger Division is the presidential guide. This is his last option that he have, because all his forces is like they just ran for their life. Some of them, they travel to the village because they don't want to go and fight this nonsense fight of Salva Kiir. Forces that Salva Kiir have is all deserted, guys. The only ground that he have now is the Tiger Division, the presidential guide. Imagine the presidential guide to go and fight the vigilantes, to go and fight with opposition, because there is no national army in the country. Before that, he was able to bring the missionaries from Uganda to fight for him. But now Uganda, Museveni have his own problem in Uganda. He have to keep his forces there to protect him, to protect the country that is going now in flame. Salva Kiir have no option now to use his presidential guide in Upper Nile State, Northern Jungule. And that Northern Jungule part is all belong to community of Law Nuer. Imagine Olong to come and state this type of statement. They wanted to go there and spare no life. It started from elders, elderly people, that compromising of women and men, of course. If you're disabled, if you're a woman, if you're a child, including the chicken and eggs, they will spare no one. Imagine. And I can only see what is happening in Rwanda is about to take place in South Sudan. That's the only thing that I can see now. Why? Because Salva Kiir wanted to remain as a president forever. After that, he wanted to give the position to his daughter Adut. He doesn't want anyone to come across this leadership of South Sudan. He doesn't want to see anybody as president in that country. He is going to remain there until when Adut is ready, or even now maybe Adut is taken over, undercover that the citizen doesn't know who is leading them. We as citizens of South Sudan, we don't know who is leading us now. We don't know who is the president of that country. So they're using Salva Kiir only for degrees, to hire and fire people. They're using Salva Kiir only to come in public for 5 minutes, show us his face, to make sure the public is aware that Salva Kiir is still there leading the country. But Adut is the one running the world for us. Adut is the one now killing us in Upper Nile. Adut is the one causing this suffering to South Sudanese citizens. That's the fact. If Salva Kiir cannot sit on the chair for 30 minutes, what country can he lead? Now, it's not Kiir anymore. She's using her father, but she's the one running the show. Junubin, open your eyes. The other thing is Johnson Olong, that I disagree with him. He said, in Upper Nile, there is 3 tribes, Shuluk, Nuer, and Denka. But Upper Nile have 9 different tribes or communities. He forgot that Anuak is there. He forgot that Maban is there. He forgot that Murle is there, and there is other many tribes in Upper Nile. But he discredited all these people, and he said it's only 3. But if he said we are many in Upper Nile, but these 3 tribes are causing problem, I would agree with him. I would agree with him. Lastly, on his according to his video, he mentioned something. He shared his statement before coming to the forces with Chief, which is Chief of Staff, Paul Nang. He shared the statement. He said, yesterday I talked to Paul, the Chief, which is Paul Nang. He told Paul Nang what he's coming to do or what he's coming to say, and Paul Nang let him to come and say it. As a Chief of Staff, being quiet, letting somebody like Commander Johnson Olong to come and utter this statement in public while preparing the forces to go on the battlefield, that means there is agreement from the top. And we've been saying that all the time, most of the time. This statement of Olong today, people are surprised with, happened in Western Equatoria last year between August, September, November. When the forces went to Kediba to take over Kediba back from the opposition, from National Salvation Front, you guys remember the commissioner of Mundri East gave an order to the forces of South Sudan People Defense Force to spare no one. Targeted even the boys from age 10. If somebody is giving order to the forces to do such a statement or to commit such crime against humanity, and Salva Kiir is quiet, nobody said anything. You go in Tamazuj, you will find the record or footprint of that. Back then, what has been released. And also, I have made a couple of videos. You will find them here in Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. Commissioner John Henry said and gave an order to the forces of South Sudan People Defense Force he said he doesn't want to see any boy from age 8. That made the citizen of Mundri East to flee Mundri East. People took their sons, mothers took their sons, ran to the bush under the rain. By then, it was the season of rain. Too many mosquitoes. Pregnant women. People are getting trapped, okay, under the bush in the east, in Mundri East, Western Equatoria, Greater Mundri. And then many people have decided to leave Mundri East, displaced to Mundri West. You can go and trace the record. Who is that? Is John Henry Ngalamu, the Mundri East, the ex-Mundri East commissioner. The same statement that Johnson Olong have made today. And people are talking about it. Why? And white people did not talk about Mundri by then. And yes, when the forces entered Kadiba, they burned houses. Since the start of their approach, like the way that they from the approaching start of their entering to Kadiba from Faragosika, they start burning houses, looting properties, burning the store that people store food in it, like sesame and uh, corn and bafra, which is and dry okra. Every type of food they people make some like a big container made out of uh, wood and all this, and they store the food that they have for 12 months until the next season comes in. So these forces came in, burn all this food down, burn houses, targeting people, including there is a guy called Bonfos. His mother was very, very old woman, and she cannot go anywhere. It's very hard to move her around, uh, especially with running around from bullets and all this. So he said to his wife, "Take the children and run. I will remain here with mama." The wife left with the children, and then he decided to stay with his mom. When the forces came in, they took his old woman mother, they beaten that mother to death, and they shot him 4 bullets on the chest. Boniface died, and the mother survived, but she was in critical condition as an elderly person. And the same those forces came in have been led by our own sons. Salva Kiir is always using the sons of the area. He used someone called John Birogenesia. He used somebody called Jackson Mokoto, and many more. The sons of Muru themselves, they led the delegation of South Sudan People Defense Force to enter the area, cause destruction. They went to Kediba Primary Hospital. They destroyed everything. They took the solar, they took the generator, they destroyed all the chairs and where people sits in the hospital, took medication, and they went to the church. They took everything from church, including the solar system, generator, even the bishop clothes that bishop wears during the ceremony. They took them, and they took valuable stuff from that Wandi church. Then they went again to Lakamadi Hospital. They caused the same destruction. They shot people. They killed people. They killed a student wearing uniform. Her name was Mary. They caused lots of damages in Western Equatorial State in short period of time, less than 5 months. That's the work of the enemy called regime of Salva Kiir against its own people. Okay? Now, thank God, Commissioner John Henry is gone from the position. Let me take you back. The reason that I brought in this case, or this of especially case of John Henry, I wanted to link it with what Johnson Olong said, because it's the same business. It's all the same for President Salva Kiir. And if you wanted to make Salva Kiir happy, you need to praise him by killing your people. You need to kill your own people for Salva Kiir to accept you. But just see now what John Henry have done. Salva Kiir did not appreciate that. He took him out from the position. And John Henry came to the seat of commissioner seat. He did not last even 12 months. He's not. He's less than 12 months. What Johnson Oling is saying now, that's going to be like maybe his last, for us to see him as commander of the militia of Agulek. Salva Kiir might divide him with his forces and put him under house arrest and whatever it is, or maybe until when he finished or he's done using him, he will be thrown to the dustbin. This is what exactly Salva Kiir is what he's doing. He's using people for his own interest and interest of his family. When he done use you, he spit you off like a bad habit. Yes. Let me bring another video.
لكن دور ده انا بقول اجيب مبارك ده بقول يا ده على مين قال بعدين انا ما في اي مجوس ما في اي جداد ما في اي شيء عشان ما تعبونا كل بعضنا لما انا جسنا في ارض الشعبيه انا ماشي لو كتاب بقول 13 سنه اصلا بجي لي 50 سنه طلقه بطلقه سبب شنو ما معروف لكن سبب ده انا بدي منه.
Okay, let us talk. Johnson Olingal sana le sana fital gafa panael. Uhasa this time he's there to finish it. Kanu mashe henak ma fi jidad bakalu, ma fi ganamai bakalu, ma fi ajus bakalu, ajus da tabani including kan rajil wala mara, ma fi jana bakalu. Okay? So, that ana bishufu the declaration of committing genocide against Nuer community. Let me take you back 2025. Fi sana fi official fi hakuma de tiza shahar. Tiza shahar de binadu sana. Officially. Salva Kiir has been killing Nuer for the whole year. 2025. Now we in 2026. Using gunship, be used the babat, be used quad bita mashab, be used everything. Giblena Ugandism from Uganda to come and bomb us in the middle of the night, killing children, burning children alive while sleeping, barbecuing us. Who does that? Salva Kiir. لكن طبعا أولين قاعد يكسر تاني عشان يخلوه. He's looking to survive. He's looking that Salva Kiir can at least trust him uttering such a statement. Ukalamu da hugalo fi video da gala no gutele chief Umbare. When he said such a statement to chief and chief went quiet to let him come in public, say such a statement, chief of his staff is involved in this nonsense. They both involved in trying in intent of committing genocide against Nuer. Da namani uduk fi mahkama inta hina da attended to do something. You planning to come and commit genocide. You planned it already. Lani to gutu. Finas gibel gadini gulu kato kalam fi kashumu. Aleka le Johnson Oling kabir zere demonu buhut kalam fi kashum Johnson Oling. Who has a galo be kashmu? Gal umbara ana gutu le chief. Gal umbara ana gutu le chief. Nama nemshi hena. Ma fa jismu ajus. Ma fa ismu hajismu jirada bakhalu. Ma fa hajismu shunu. Mara wala rajil bakhalu. Who galu le chief? تاني شنو البيجي بيقولوا قال في زول خدت كلام في خشمه. ما في زول خدت كلام في خشمه. أولين عنده كلام بتاعه في قلبه قاعد يرعرع. هو داير يطلعه. هو عنده مشكلة بتاعه داير يشاكل فوق النوير ويبعرفوا براو. ما اللي فيه يدوروا كلام ده يقولوا خدتوا كلام في خشمه. يس إننا عارفين سلفكير دايما بيوز ناس. Why did he let himself to be used؟ كان فعلا كمان حسب كلام اللي تقولوا تقولوا خدتوا كلام في خشمه. Why did he let himself to be used؟ معناته هو مشترك في الجريمة. مشترك عشان يمشي يقتل نوير. مشترك عشان يمشي يقتل أي قبيلة هو بلقاه عايش مع نوير كان زي مابان ولا أنا عدا قبيلة تاني. ده بلدنا شكلنا من أجله. ما جنسايد بتاع رواندا كان بدأ بأساليب زي ده. جنسايد بتاع رواندا بدأ بهذا الأسلوب. إيال بتاع الناس اللي انتم مسكتوا ده وديتهم في بورة ذنبه حيكون في رقبتكم. دمهم حيكون في رقبتكم. كان ده جونسون أولينغ، كان ده بول نانغ، وكان ده أدود سلفكير، وكان سلفكير نفسه. حيكون في رقبتكم one by one. And you guys will never survive this. أنا قاعد بقول لكم وبقول لكم again. شكل اللي تجيبتوا في بورة. You guys are not coming to protect the Boer community or any other community في Upper Nile. You guys are here to protect Salva-Kiir and Salva-Kiir only and your position. Itu ma darin shakla da yawsal fi Juba. عشان كده you wanted to come and contain it here في Bor. لكن I wanted to salute IO and National Salvation Front. I really wanted to salute these two groups. لأنه لحد يوم الليلة هم بيقولوا للشعب stay away. خلوكم بعيدين من barracks. خلوكم بعيدين من garrisons. خلوكم بعيدين من مناطق فوق الجيش بتاع سلفا-كير. لأنه هم ما دارين انكم انتوا تتعاوقوا. ما دارين انكم انتوا تقعوا في between the clash في clash between the two. وده احترام لhuman right. احتراما وحقوق بتاعت الإنسان لازم كان مفروض يقدموه. والزول المفروض كان أولوية عنده أولوية يتake care of the شعب كان ده حكومة بتاع سلفا-كير. لكن instead they coming to genocide. they coming to commit atrocities because ده نفس حاجة الحصل في وسترن إيكواتوريا لما دخلوا في كذبة حرقوا بيوت قتلوا مواطنين شردوا مواطنين دخلوا في مستشفى بتاع برايمري هوسبيتال بتاع كذبة برجلو مشوا في مستشفى بتاع لاكاما دي برجلو كسروا شبابيك سرقوا صولة من فوق سرقوا جنريتر ما خلوا حاجة سرقوا أدوية كله. ده شنو South Sudan People Defense Force. ده الشغل الوسخان اللي هم بيقدموا للشعب. ده شغل الوسخان اللي هم بيعملوا ضد الشعب. Instead of protecting a citizen, you guys are using citizen as human shield. لكن حاجة ده ما عندنا في opposition. أننا لما كنا قاعدين في مناطق بتاعنا ما في citizen كان عملوا له displace ما في زول بيته حرقه. وكنا بنزرع لهم للناس العجزة ناس العجوزين الما بقدر take care of themselves بنزرع لهم وبنعينهم بنرعاهم بنقدم لهم خدمات. لكن انتوا شغالين بالعكس. South Sudan People Defense Force, you guys are terrorists. You guys are terrorist organization that came and occupy our land, occupy our position, occupied our government and put our life in jeopardy today. You guys are terrorist organization. أنا بجيب هنا. وإننا جايين لكم في جوبا. إنتوا كان دارين ولا ما دارين we will. So that was a small video that I have made when I saw the video circulating around by Commander Johnson Olong a couple of days back. I thought to bring it up, and yeah, let me bring this one here.
The definition of the government in Nuer language. To power. Here. All of you will not be here. The person who has taken over will bring their ambassadors, will bring their civil servants, will bring their diplomats, will bring their ministers, will bring even their cooks. And that is why it is your responsibility to defend Salva Kiir Mayardit so that you continue to be in the government. Because if Salva Kiir Mayardit goes tomorrow, don't think you are going to remain here. You will go also. You will go also. You know the definition of government in Nuer? The definition of the government in Nuer language. The native taught. Few people. They understand themselves. Bomb. And they have power to protect themselves. And then they come in.
طيب ده حاجة البسيطة اللي أنا دايره من فيديو بتاعت إيزيكيل لول. Ezekiel Lul look like a confused element. He's doing mobilization, actually. His mobilization is in indirect way to the government official or people who works in the government to mobilize their own youth to protect the president against the opposition, definitely. If you want to continue work with Salva Kiir according to his statement, you need to protect this government. How are you going to protect this government and you're just a government official? Came into our attention 3 days ago. Emmanuel Adil have created some group of youth, about 1,000 young men from Central Equatoria State, and send them to Bor. Emmanuel Adil, everybody knows Emmanuel Adil as a governor of Central Equatoria State. And he's one of those SPLM die-hard support of Salva Kiir, selling communities land out, displacing communities, and make the community live in hell in Juba in the name of him to stay in his position as governor of Central Equatoria State, and Salva Kiir like those type of people. This is one of the reasons I brought this video of Ezekiel Lol. And also he said the meaning of government in Nuer is few individuals trust themselves and eat together and do things together. They agree in certain things together. Now, the small group that he's talking about, this is the small individual groups that works under Salva Kiir. They eat together and agree in certain things together. If they want to kill people today, they will agree together. If they want to displace people out of South Sudan, they will agree in it together and will be put in implementation. Now today, they are part of the government. He's also Nuer's son, Ezekiel Lul, and he doesn't care about what Salva Kiir is doing to his community. He thinks he's safe. He thinks he will be under Salva Kiir forever. Because with Salva Kiir, if you don't work to Salva Kiir, then you are an enemy. According to Elia Lomoro, we are working for the president. We are not working with the president. But he said, we work for the president. If you, as a minister, working for the president but not with the president, that means we don't have leaders in South Sudan, unfortunately. We don't have cadres. we don't have uh, people that will take South Sudan forward, unfortunately. So, with all this being said, guys, I will stop here. I'm your host, Queen Gunoy, or you can call me Nyarango with my other name. I will leave this with you. You can, if it's your first day on my platform, please uh, subscribe to the channel and share the video. Don't hesitate to be part of my uh, daily videos that I put on my YouTube channel. Please subscribe and make my video go viral. And thank you in advance, and I will see you again next time.